Welcome to the Warmup, and thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Ted Madden. It's week 3, and some schools are already diving into their district schedule. But we still have some good non-district games on the docket as we get ready for some football. North Shore hasn't lost much in the past decade, so when they do, it's kind of a big deal. The Mustangs' last defeat came to another group of Mustangs in week 3 last year. Spring Westfield took down North Shore by a touchdown in 2021, and this week it's time for the rematch. We find out more on this game in the lineup, presented by Xochitl Chips and Salsa. Last year, Westfield beat North Shore 27-21 behind the play of quarterback Cardell Williams. Well, Williams is at Tulsa now, but Westfield's new quarterback, P.J. Hatter, has been putting on a show in the first 2 weeks. They've averaged 57 points, primarily on the arm of Hatter, who transferred in from Klein Oak. Can they put it together one more time on the road? We'll see, because North Shore is almost unbeatable at home, and they have been playing some seriously stingy defense. Jacoby Davis and Javen Anderson are true ball hawks in the secondary, which could make it a tough night for Hatter. Let's talk about the Fulshear Chargers, shall we? In their 2 non-district games, they've put up 74 and 77 points. That's not a typo. This week, they start district play on the road at Magnolia. Charger quarterback Parker Williams has been nothing less than sensational in those first 2 games, as he's already up to 10 touchdowns on the year. Magnolia is 1-1 after a big win against Tomball last week. Running back Hunter Andrews could be a difference maker in this one.
Warm up your game day with the authentic flavors of ancient cooking. So thin, so crisp, so good, so chill.
You ask any college recruiter, and they'll tell you, when it comes to the wide receiver position, they are looking for good hands and speed. Langham Creek's Jaquaize Pettaway fits the bill on both those categories, and we caught up with the Oklahoma recruit on the recruiting trail.
Yo, what up? I'm Jaquaize Pettaway, a receiver from Langham Creek High School. I mean, it's just like, the family vibe and the atmosphere and what Coach Venable is bringing to the table. I mean, he's really involved with the players in their lives, and he got soul mission going on, and that's really that stood out for me. Most definitely my route running. I mean, I had people tell me I'm not the best route runner, I'm overrated and all that stuff. I just got speed. But I feel beyond that, I just don't listen to people like that, I just put my head down, just keep working. I mean, I'm just excited to play with my friends, man. We definitely got some new dogs on this team. Well, I feel I'm pretty confident in us. I'm ready to just win some games with them, just rock out and ball out with them my last year of high school, It's gonna be fun. Just a hard worker and just anyone can do, if you put your mind to something, you can do it. Because I remember coming in as a freshman, I had people telling me oh, you're a freshman on varsity, you're not gonna be nothing, you're not gonna start, you're not gonna get no playing time, you're just gonna ride the bench. And I just outworked everybody, that dog mentality. So I just want everyone to know, if you put your mind to something, you got it, bro. Just keep working, just don't listen to nobody, you gotta take someone's spot, take it.
We'll have our cameras at a lot of big games this week, but we can't make it to all of them. Here are some games to watch for in the Heights. 19-6A is starting district play this week, and a key matchup will be taking place at Rhodes Stadium. It's Katy Paetow versus Morton Ranch. The Panthers were reigning 5A Division I state champs coming into the year, but have found competition in 6A to be a little daunting. They are 1-1 with a 14-3 win over Conroe and a tough loss to Cy Ranch last week. The Paetow defense is as good as advertised, but the offense is having trouble getting on the board. The Mavericks are 2-0 for the first time since 2012 and have averaged over 38 points per game. They haven't been truly tested yet, and going up against the Panther defense may show whether Morton Ranch will be a contender in 19-6A. After being shut out in Week 1, Dickinson was the team doing the shutting out in Week 2. The Gators made a solid Ridge Point team look pedestrian as they beat them 14-0. This week, Dickinson faces off with Pasadena Dobie. The Longhorns are also 1-1 and are having just as difficult a time getting their offense going. Dobie averages 14 points a game. Dickinson averages 7. Something's got to give in this one. Last week, we gave out the defensive title belt to who else but Magnolia West. Let's find out why and who might have a chance this week at wearing the belt. In the Buzz. Magnolia West was unreal on the defensive side of the ball against Fort Bend Bush last week. They held the Broncos to negative 10 yards rushing and caused 3 turnovers as the Mustangs shut them out 43-0. The defensive title belt is heading their way. But in the meantime, look for Cy Ranch to make a run at the title this week. The Mustangs put the clamps down on Paetow last week, allowing only 7 points. Northwestern commit Ashton Porter was particularly unstoppable as he had 5 tackles, 4 for a loss, and 3 sacks. Cy Ranch will try to slow up Cy Creek this Friday in a huge crosstown matchup. That's going to do it for today's show. For even more high school football content, be sure to follow us on our social media accounts, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Ted Madden, and I hope we got you all warmed up for the action.